Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. My name's Michael Evidoriti. Welcome to Movie Land. Before I get started, remember to subscribe to the channel, like the video and comment below. Let's jump right into it. Today's review, it's actually two movies, but I want to review them together because the first and the second are very seamless. The story carries on very good from the first to the second one, and to me it makes sense to just do one review because the actors are the same and a lot of the things inside the movie are the same. So the movie I'm talking about, it's Jumanji 1 and Jumanji the second part. And first one, of course, 2017 movie. The second one is a 2019 movie, so it's almost back to back. They've done it. Both are 2-hour long movies, and in both movies you have in the main roles, they are then in the actual game, Dwayne Johnson, Jack Black, Kevin Hart, Nick Jonas, Karen Gillan. What I love about this movie is that it's playing like kinda Back to the Future. In a way, Back to the Future, but also something like Inception. That it deals with time, space, and that you are actually in a non-real world, in a game, in a movie, so this kind of genre we could say, and it's really fascinating to me. I love this kind of movies. In both movies you have the beginning and the ending where you see the actually young characters that are in school. They get in touch with this game Jumanji. They got sucked into the game. Now one interesting point that I have to mention is the very first scene in the movie. It's when finds the game Jumanji on the beach. It is a normal table game, and there is a scene that the person who found the game says, "Who's playing table games?" and then gets to play a video game. And that's very interesting. That's something that I haven't noticed directly the first time I saw the movie. That you see that the game, it's alive, because the game changes from being, when it's opened, it changes from being a table game into a video game. So he literally opens the game and there is this cassette like for a Xbox, PlayStation. So it's the game is not static, it's alive and very alive, and it wants that character gets sucked in to play the game. It really wants this. So these kids, boys and girls, are actually get in contact with the game during in school, and they transported into the world of Jumanji. The characters are then taken over by Dwayne Johnson, Jack Black, Kevin Hart, Karen Gillan and Nick Jonas later, and they are very conscious at the beginning, but they're very conscious pretty fast that they are in a game. They see, okay, we have to play the game, and win, go to the end in order to exit the game. What's very good is you have really video game stuff in the movie that is portraying the video game. So you have the character that picks them up and with a pickup and gives them all the informations. They have, when they tap here, they have all the strengths and weaknesses. That's also really nice. And you see that all the other characters in the game are really just players. They act strict towards the script, and also the lines that they have just a certain amount of lines that they can say. And so the other characters are really come alive and can choose to do whatever they want. And that's also what they do in order to end the movie. And then of course they find the jewel, and at the end they get freed and get out. You see also again the younger character that you saw in the beginning taking over. They are friends all together. That at the beginning they didn't knew each other. A character that's played by Dwayne Johnson and Kevin Hart. They are friends, they bond, and everybody bonds together. And the second movie takes really from this moment. Again, it's a thing that I saw like in Back to the Future, for example, when one movie, the second or the third movie, takes from the previous one in a seamless way, and that's very satisfying to see when this happens. You see that they get together for the holidays, for Christmas. They are friends, but there's a problem. They are not getting back all together in the game, but the younger character that's then played by, or in the first movie was played by Dwayne Johnson. That in the second movie it's played by Awkwafina. He's still the same character as he was at the beginning in the first. He's kind of shy, insecure, doesn't feel very good he hadn't found a place in life, but he remembers the great dope experience that he had as Dr. Bravestone. That was actually Dwayne Johnson, this strong, fearless character. And he said, okay, I want to be him, I want to experience him, and decides to get back into the game. The other guys discover that he is missing and decide, okay, we have to get back to the game. It's not a nice place, but we have to help him. He cannot make it alone. And so they decide to get back in. What gives a funny twist to this, the second part of Jumanji, it's that all the younger guy besides the blonde girl Bethany gets sucked into the game. Even the two characters played by Danny Glover and Danny DeVito they are on the basement, and Danny DeVito and Danny Glover are actually in the kitchen, and they get transported into the game as well. And that's where actually Bethany realizes what happens and decides to go to the character of Nick Jonas, that is older, that in the previous movie, in the first one, you get to see what's happening with him and what happened, and asks him, look, this and this happened, can you help me? We need to get back. They get back, and towards I would say the end of Act 2, or from when it's going into Act 3, all the group, everybody is together. And ultimately, like in the first movie, they accomplish the mission, and they get out and get back as the younger character. Even stronger and even better friends, and they agree to never touch and go into the game again. What's really interesting to me is the changement of the game part from the first and the second Jumanji. The first part, you see it's a jungle and everything is played out there, and when I started watching the first time the second movie, I have been thinking probably it's going to be in a jungle again, and that's where the movie gets very interesting. It starts when they land down in the game. It is the jungle, but then they go with Nigel, that's the character who's giving them all the information and what they have to do. They get on an airplane and they get dumped down in the desert. And then it's where everything changes, because they thought, we know our characters, we know it's a jungle, we know what we have to do, we just do over this again. First of all, they are not the same characters, they have changed character. 2 characters are new, and that's what makes it really difficult for them and very funny. So that's Danny Glover and Danny DeVito are inside, and they at the beginning and for a long time they don't get it what's happening. They think they're dead, they don't get it that they're in a game, and that's really funny. And then they are in new scenarios, so desert, so the character are not the same, the scenarios are not the same. There's a desert, there's like a forest, something between a forest and mountain scenarios, and then there is this deep winter mountain scenarios. Plus the bad guy, it's a total new bad guy, and also the mission to accomplish, it's similar, but it's a new one. So they have to adapt. They have to adapt, and you as an audience see a total new movie, but it's not a new you know the characters, you know the game, but it's new, and it's really gluing you down to your seat, because it's the same, but it's not the same. Thing changes. Plus the thing that it's dealing with time, space, and different realities, being in a game, and I guess it's really interesting for everybody, seeing what's happening in a situation if we would be in a situation like this. So let me know in the comments below what you think about Jumanji, the first one, the second one. Like the video and subscribe to my channel, helps much to grow and create more content. Very much thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.